Hello everyone, my name is Emily. The channel is One at a Time. Today I'm bringing you along for grain harvest. We've cut grain now for a couple of days, and then we had rain, which rained us out. If it's too wet, the machines won't work, and the grain elevators won't, so we have to wait for it to dry out. But we got 3/4 of an inch of rain in some areas, some fields of the farm. So we're going to have to wait for it to dry out, which is hard. It's hard to be patient when you know that you should be harvesting your crop. Once the rain has stopped, we are going around and finding what we need to do to clean up all the water. We have a lot of water piled in on top of some of the trucks, and we need to get it off. So we've found a hose and we're going to siphon it off, but that siphoning is going to take some time. We don't want this water to get in the grain and cause it to be too wet, and the weight is a problem for the tarps as well. So here's Trevor, he's going to get it siphoned. We had to siphon water off of tarps from a couple of trucks at least, and it took a bit of time. I was holding the hose in to get it all off. The mechanics showed up as well, and this particular tarp has some repair that needs to be done, so we were letting them know about that so they could bring the tools to do that. So when all the water is gone, then I get to climb down off the truck, and we'll see what else needs to have water removed. So Trevor's walked over to the on-farm storage, and the guys here are trying to get the water out of this from the rainstorm so that we don't end up putting it in our storage. And once we get that taken care of, it's time to move the machines. They finished this field with just an hour more of work left, but we don't like to move off the farm, which is the next field we have to go to is off the farm. We don't like to do that after dark. It's not very safe. So we're just servicing all the machines. We're greasing, Trevor's down in the bin greasing some grease certs that don't get done very often. And then this is our grain cart set up, and you can see the field here that they have finished on the farm. And we're just going to get it ready, get all the equipment ready to move. We're not going to be able to cut grain yet. We have to wait for it to dry, like I've said. So we just figured we'd use this time to do all the maintenance that needs to be done and then get the machines moved. Here is our Gleaner R62. We're standing on the Case 2388. My son is getting diesel filled on all the tanks. My daughter is gently tapping the air filters. My husband is kicking off extra grain. The grain cart needs to be greased, so that's getting done. A wand and an air compressor to blow out more areas of the machine. There's a lot of dust that is created, and then it's time to start driving to the new field. I have to drive through part of the town and then head over the overpass.
Slow down so I can see. You got an edge to your right. You just go right there. Go straight. Turn to your left. Go straight. Just set her up on the road and go across. You're clear. Good to go. I can't see the posts on the far side yet, but you're way good here.
So we get all of the equipment moved over to the new field.
Call Joseph.
We get it lined up and ready. Get the gauge wheels on the headers so that everything's ready to roll when it dries out. And it took a couple of days, but it's dried out. The wind is whipping now. This afternoon when I went out to take this video of them cutting grain, which is difficult to work in, but the grain is dry and we're thankful for that. We're going to get as much cut now as we can. There are more storms in the forecast ahead, but we're just thankful for every little bit of cutting we get to do in between these storms. Until next time, everyone, eat more potatoes, wear wool, and ask for USA lamb and beef at your local grocery store.